Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, A Thorn in My Side. The man who rules the world takes on an agent from the CIA, from the Black Boule, in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' A Thorn in My Side in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Better get the cold slow, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. One of my viewers wanted to know my thoughts on the whole dust-up between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. Now, Corey Holcomb hosted conservative pundit Anton Daniels on his 5150 podcast, and as they were having a debate, Anton Daniels went out here and went into an ad hominem attack after Corey Holcomb told him that he kisses the butts of white people. Now, after Corey Holcomb told him that he kisses the butts of white people and gives them passes for their racist and white supremacist behavior by not saying anything about their racism, this is where Anton Daniels launched an ad hominem attack saying that Corey Holcomb performs oral fellation on the black community.
To me, because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
see,
homie, let me tell you something, homie. I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So fix
you doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
I tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm going to give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
Let's
switch seats.
I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
you
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
I don't give a fuck about what you talking
hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
And that's where the entire situation went from a debate and got really heated as Corey Holcomb then got up in the face of Anton Daniels, and it almost came to an altercation that possibly could have came to blows as related to this whole drug dust-up on this podcast. Now, when I look at this podcast, again, I was shaking my head at both of these grown men, because this type of behavior just shows how dysfunctional these black men are and how they just don't know how to carry and conduct themselves. Now, I'll give Corey Holcomb some credit for standing up for the black community and standing up for himself after being completely disrespected on his own show, because the way Anton Daniels came at him was extremely disrespectful, and if he were in the street, he basically would have caught a fist to the jaw and possibly would be needing to go out here and need to get some dental implants, because if you go out here and say something like that to another man is going to go out here and look to go out here and trade blows, because that kind of talk to another man is extremely disrespectful, and I would have to say even effeminate, because again, only type of guy who's making that type of ad hominem attack, I have to wonder, is kind of suspect, because no heterosexual black man is gonna go out here and kick out that type of statement, even though you're in the middle of an emotional debate. No heterosexual black man is gonna go out here and participate in saying that type of statement to another black man. And that type of statement, again, if he was out in the street, I'll repeat it once more, this is the kind of thing that is fighting words, and it's the type of thing that can get you hurt. And what this Anton Daniels was looking to do was he was looking to go out here and trying to create a moment so that he could go out here and then get clicks and views as he went out here looking to start an online beef, because what he wanted to do was cause some online drama. And as people got caught up in their emotions about this online drama, they didn't see how they were being worked by this black conservative who really comes across, again, as extremely disingenuous, in my opinion, and extremely dishonest, because, again, you got invited to this show to do a debate, and you're doing the same type of dirty tactics that the late Charlie Kirk used to do. Now, the late Charlie Kirk used to go out here and look to debate, so-called debate people, but what he really wanted to do was get people into arguments. What he wanted to do was get people into an argument and then use their emotions to go out here and make himself look intellectually superior. And this is a tactic that many of these conservatives, whether they be black or white, do, because many of them really cannot articulate arguments as related to the talking points that they say that they support. And because they can't really articulate arguments as related to the talking points that they make, what happens is they look to go out here and provoke an argument so that they can go out here and look like they are intellectually superior. But what happens is that people who do know what debates are can really look at their arguments and see that this person is being disingenuous and see that this person really cannot make a cohesive argument. And when I look at Anton Daniels, again, see the same pattern of behavior that Charlie Kirk was participating in when he was alive. And again, just shows me how dishonest many of these conservatives are, regardless of race, and how they use these type of tactics again. And then when the person goes out here and reacts to that type of tactic, what happens is that they go out here looking to play the victim, like Anton Daniels is looking to do, and in some cases look to go out here and look to play themselves as intellectually superior when they're actually being extremely dishonest and extremely disingenuous. Because that's what Anton Daniels did after he had this argument with Corey Holcomb. He went out here making troll videos, trying to say he's taking the high road, when in actuality he was the one deliberately looking to take him down the low road. And again, because Corey Holcomb doesn't know the pattern as related to these guys, what happened is he fell right into this trap with this so-called conservative bootlick, who basically again wanted to play this game as related to, again, looking to punk this guy on his own show. And sadly, what happened here is what happens to black men who again don't really think about things critically. And because they don't think about things critically, they don't really see what these guys are looking to do to set them up to try to, again, make these guys look superior. Now, I ran into this myself when I was debating a passport bro on Obsidian Radio, and I knew, and then I figured it out later on. This is what these guys try to do. Again, they always want to debate when they see that you're presenting logical arguments that make sense. And when you present a logical argument they can't refute, what they do is look to go out here and look to get you emotional, get you riled up, get you in your feelings. And as they get you in your feelings, what they want to do is, again, use that position to make themselves out to be a victim, or go out here and look to make themselves look superior, when in actuality they're standing on an inferior position. And that's what I ran into with those disingenuous passport bros on Obsidian Radio. And again, seen the same thing with Charlie Kirk, and seen the same pattern of behavior. And again, with Corey Holcomb, again, I do respect that brother for going out here and standing his ground as related to the situation. I mean, the way he handled it, he just, again, was caught up in his emotions, but he really didn't understand about the optics of the situation or how to handle it. Now, I was watching the Brother of Logic and Common Sense's video on this whole situation, and he came to the same conclusion that I'm going to come to. Again, you got to know how to shut stuff down, and smart men know how to shut stuff down, and maintain their composure as a man. You got to understand that when it comes down to situations, you have to maintain control over yourself. This was something I learned back when I was 13 years old, and I almost got arrested over a comic book that one of these kids stole from me. And I had to learn, hey, I got to maintain composure, and I got to maintain self-control, and I have to maintain self-control because if I don't maintain self-control, I can wind up in a situation jamming myself up. And that's where Corey Holcomb was as related to his 5150 show, because optically it's not a good look for a brother to be on his own show and losing it on the air. Optically, it's not a good look for a brother to be out here and have his own show and be out of control like that. Yeah, this guy went out here and said what he said, disrespecting you, but you have to take your respect as a man, and the way you take your respect in a professional manner is to go out here and say, you have disrespected me, and because you have disrespected me, I am insisting that you leave my show because the statement that you made was completely out of line, and you do that as related to, again, maintaining your face as a man. And as you maintain your face as a man, you maintain your professional image, and you need to maintain your professional image when you are on the air of a podcast or a live stream. You have to maintain your composure. This is one of the things that I learned when I started YouTube back around 2013. 2013, when I started doing videos, I understood that the videos I present are a reflection of me, and if people can go out here and get me emotional, people can get me riled up, again, they are controlling my narrative, and I'm not controlling my narrative, and that's, again, where you put yourself in danger. And again, Corey wasn't really thinking about how this relates to his professional reputation. He wasn't thinking about how this reflected as related to his podcast. Again, these are things you got to think about as related to your show. You got to think about, again, how you're looking on your show if you're dealing with individuals. Because this guy, again, Anton Daniels, was looking to start something, but you have to, again, like the Brother of Logic and Common Sense said, again, shut stuff down, because you're the one who has to maintain control and maintain composure of yourself. That's something I had learned as I was doing guest spots on many shows, like the Obsidian show with the passports. I had to maintain my control and composure, and people were pleased with the way I behaved on that show, because I understood, again, optically as a man, again, you gotta represent out here. You representing yourself, and you have to maintain your composure when you're in situations. I've had racists coming into my live stream feeds when I was doing live streams, and what I had to do was, again, quietly just cut these guys off and get back to the show and continue. And sometimes I wouldn't even acknowledge these idiots because I understood, again, I had to go out here and represent myself and rep myself in a professional manner. And that's where Corey basically needs some help as related to understanding how to navigate the whole social media. You got to learn how to, again, maintain your composure. I had to do that on a Fox Soul show. Now, I was on a Fox Soul show. They were talking about these slave movies, and there was a segment where all of these bootlegs were sitting up here, again, praising The Color Purple, and I let everyone know my issues with this movie, The Color Purple, in a professional way. Yeah, I did get upset because I'm not going to sit here and praise a movie that, again, promotes negative stereotypes about black men. I stood on business as related to defending black men and talking about how this movie and this book are white supremacist, anti-black man, misandrist narratives. I stood on business as related to not going along to get along with all of the members of this panel, because I'm not going to bootlick and brown nose and, again, defend a work of fiction that I know, again, denigrated black men and promoted a wedge between black men and black women that I believe, again, was part of instigating the gender war. No, I knew that, no, I'm not going to stand for this. I mean, yeah, I'm a guy who, again, was like, who knows about the entertainment industry, but I'm not going to make no excuses for no movie like The Color Purple. And I understood how to do that in a professional manner, and again, got a lot of respect because I knew how to carry and compose myself, again, on these type of shows. And Corey, again, needed to learn how to do this as related to his show, because what this guy wanted to do, again, he wanted to go out here and try to make it look like he was out here looking to punk him on his own show and make it look like he was going to mess him up optically. And again, this is something you got to watch out for, because what this guy wanted to do, this Anton Daniels, is what guys like the late Charlie Kirk loved to do. Again, provoke people to get a reaction out of them. And when they react, what they do is they go out here and look to use that to, again, get themselves clicks and views. And had this really gotten heated like it would in the South Bronx where I live, again, this guy basically would have gotten dropped. I mean, I look at that whole situation, it really reminded me of an Oprah Winfrey show I watched back in the 80s. I remember when Roy Innis and Al Sharpton was getting into it, and again, Roy Innis dropped Al Sharpton, and not only on the Oprah Winfrey show, but on the Morton Downey Jr. show as well. I remember watching Roy Innis, again, having no self-control, and basically, again, dropped Al Sharpton, and that's what this guy wanted to do. Now, he said he had his security at the place. Again, he wanted a big dramatic event, and a dramatic event that could have jammed this dude up. I mean, jammed this dude up similar to what almost happened to me in '87 over this Usagi Yojimbo comic book. I mean, this guy could have got jammed up. If he had put a hand on this dude, he would have been dealing with possibly a lawsuit, because we know that this Anton Daniels basically is a drama queen. I mean, I'm calling him a drama queen because, again, men don't act like this. Healthy men do not act like this. No, healthy men, if you're having an actual debate, can go out here and make genuine statements after their arguments. And again, after they make their statements, they don't go into ad hominem attacks. No, they don't go into ad hominem attacks. They keep the talking points as related to the debate, and as they keep their talking points related to the debate, they are looking to present their talking points to reinforce their arguments. And what happens with many of these so-called black conservatives and even some of these white conservatives, again, many of these people cannot debate. And since they cannot debate, again, they look to create arguments. Same thing with these passport bros. People who are weak debaters, again, look to start arguments. They always say, hey, let's debate, when they really don't want to debate. All they want to do is argue. And what they want to do is get people caught up in the drama, get them caught up in their emotions, get you all upset, get you in your feelings. And as they get you in your feelings, basically get you off of your platform, and again, get you out and make you look bad. And that's what happened here, sadly, to Corey Holcomb. That, yeah, he did, again, go out here and he did stand his ground. But the whole thing is that he wasn't looking like real good, because, again, he was all emotional as related to this situation. Again, as a professional, he wasn't looking good, because this guy basically came to your show, came on your territory, and went out here and openly disrespected you, and again did you wind up losing almost control of your show. Again, when you're a man, you have to understand when you have a business, you are representing yourself, and you got to maintain control as related to anything that you own. You got to maintain control as related to anything that you own. And if someone is, again, disrespecting you in your place of business or your house, that's where you let this dude know, hey, okay, this show is over and it's time for you to go. That's what you do in that situation. Okay, you done came in here, you done talked this stuff about doing these, again, sodomite acts to another man, and sodomite acts to the black community. Not gonna have that in my house. You gonna disrespect me up in my house. No, that's where we show you the door. And again, the whole thing is that's how you maintain control. And when you put a person in that type of situation, again, that shuts it down. And again, grown men shut stuff down when people get out of control. This is how we take control. This is how we take our respect. We do not get into back and forths. I mean, that's what guys like, again, Tommy Sotomayor was doing with the Tariq Nasheed show when he got that Clown Train award. And again, this is the type of stuff that, again, they want to do out here. And again, you gotta, again, understand, you gotta maintain your brand and maintain your reputation. That's what you gotta do in these situations, because if you're a podcaster, if you're a professional, you have to understand this is going to reflect on your professional reputation. I mean, this is how you are doing business, and you can't let people get you off your business. No, can't let people get you off your business as related to your way to make a living. And that's, again, the situation you have to get into, because, again, guys like Anton Daniels, they want to get cheap pops. They want to get cheap clicks and views. They want to get drama going because they have no real arguments. They have no real talent. They really cannot debate. And again, what they want to do is get you in the middle of some stuff where you're going back and forth. And again, we have to, again, think about your professional image, your professional reputation. That's something I thought about before I even thought about coming on the air. I understood, again, how I behave is a reflection on me. It's a reflection on SJS Direct. It's a reflection on my brand. And if I am representing a positive image of black people and black culture and black life, and especially black manhood and black masculinity, then I have to go out here and show an example of that to folks. I have to go out here and show you an example of that with my behavior, and I can't let people get me off my rocker, even in tense situations like the whole passports debate on Obsidian Radio. Again, a man has to understand how to, again, conduct himself in situations and not let people, again, get him off his square. Again, a man has to understand how to do things, and that's part of, again, how a man operates. And what I saw at that whole, again, dust up was a guy who, again, didn't really understand how to handle a situation. And that's something that was really the sad part about Corey Holcomb. Yeah, I will respect him for the way for standing up, but the way he was operating, again, was not really, again, in the right place as related to his business optically. And again, yeah, you want to bust this dude, and you want to bust this dude down, and again, let him know what's going on. You're not going to disrespect me, but you've got to navigate through your emotions and do this in a way that is professional and lets everyone know that you are still the leader and you are the one still in charge of your show. Now, this was a video one of my viewers requested that I do, and I didn't even know what was going on as related to these two guys, because I'm still trying to deal with the heart attack that happened to me in July, and I'm still working hard on my rehab. So I didn't really know what was going on until the viewer sent me an email, and I finally decided to, again, go out here and present my thoughts as related to this whole situation. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can drop a donation for a minimum of $15 to the PayPal or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box, and if I know something about that subject, I'll make that video for you. And if you want to help me to stay on the air, you can go out here and also pick up my books on my SJS Direct imprint. And I would recommend that if you wanted to learn more about being a man, you pick up many of my men's issues books like Stop Simping in the Workplace, Stop Simping in Cyberspace, The Man Crisis, The Woman Crisis, and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. All those books are available on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. They're also available at other online booksellers like Draft Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Godbreaker. The man who rules the world takes on the Asgardian god of thunder in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes, Godbreaker in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Coming to paperback and e-readers, Esteem Season of the Witch Girl. The aspiring angel takes on a wicked teenage witch in this action-packed, all-new Esteem series adventure. Pre-order your copy of Esteem Season of the Witch Girl at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.